Welcome, everybody. This is the Writing Gals podcast. We're so excited to be here this very first Thursday of the new year. And today we're going to do part 2 of the Writing Gals' favorite author tools. As we announced last week, or as Judy announced, Judy has decided to step back from being one of the Writing Gals because she wants to focus on her writing and on her family. And we just felt weird being 3 people here today. So we've invited Laura Burton to come on and freshen up and enliven our podcast a little bit, keep us company here. So we're super excited to have Laura. Laura, welcome.
Thank you. It's so fun to be here.
We're thrilled to have you. And we are going to get down to talking about some of our things that we have to make our writing happen. But before that, we're going to touch base with everybody on what we're working on. So Victorine, let's start with you.
All right. I am still working on my super secret reader magnet thing for a secret promo we're doing. And after I get that done, I'm going to focus solely on getting Kindle Vella episodes up. So I'm kind of straddling both right now, but I'm trying to get this this little short one done so I can focus on Kindle Vella, because I'm super excited about the Kindle Vella story. It's my passion project right now, and it's been super fun.
I think you've been talking about it for is it a year? You've been telling us about it in bits and pieces, so I'm super excited to see it happen too. So,
hi,
is Judy on?
Hi, Judy.
I need to scroll back up so I can see comments. Yep. Okay. Yay, Judy's watching. Okay. So, Anne-Marie, what have you got going?
I'm still trying to finish my book. My parents got on a plane at 6 this morning, and now my kids are back in school, so our life is sort of settling down, which is nice. I sent what I have done to my editor. I have to it releases on the 18th, so I have to get it uploaded by the 16th. So I am down to the wire. Days are passing faster than I want them to. But I'm on the tail end. So I'm just get it done. Let's get it writing. And then I'm going to focus. Q1 is going to be perfecting TikTok videos, because that's been obsessive. That's been consuming my life, and getting books uploaded and all of the marketing stuff that we just push off to the side because we're we have to write a book. I'm no books, focus on selling your backlist. So that's really going to be my Q1 goal, because my goal last year was to build my series, and my goal this year is to sell my backlist. So I'm really excited to not feel that pressure to okay, you have to write books, because it just messes with my mind. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I could do stuff all day long for 8 hours of the day, business related stuff. But if I didn't write, I will just hate myself. It's a weird, awful, not healthy thing to do. So I'm really going to try to work on my mental health, work on my mindset, work on getting those things done. And I discovered how many books I've written, though. I have 55 books I've written. So I definitely have enough product to sell. That's how many I have published right now. I have other books that I've since taken down and not published. So I have a lot of stuff to work with. So I just really need to for my mental health, get a plan, because I just feel I'm drowning right now. So that's what I'm doing.
I understand that feeling so much. Laura, what are you working on?
Well, I just took a 3-week break for Christmas, because I have my sister from New Jersey staying with us for whole of Christmas, and they actually just went today, and it was probably the biggest mistake ever. I should have carried on writing throughout the whole time, even if it was 500 words a day, because I tried to write today. I've done 1,000 words on a reader magnet that I need to write, and it was rubbish. My brain is so mushy. I ate way too much junk food. So now I'm on a health kick, and I'm just writing a reader magnet that I need done in 3 weeks, and I'm 1,000 words in. So That's what I'm up to.
Sounds like we're pretty much like all at the same place. So I decided, I finally got my planner out the other day to reboot my planner. And I looked at December and I sent the writing gals a picture of December. And there were like all these things on it. And literally none of them got done. Not a single thing on the whole month got done because I was sick 3 different times and then trying to recover and like pick up my life in the like few days between illnesses. So I got nothing done in December. I think I got, between me and my co-writer, I think we got 3 Kindle Vella episodes out. And that was it. And so I started this year so far behind. And I had numbered my planner on the days that I had the episodes scheduled to go for each of my stories. And like I just had to erase everything because like I was not even close to being on schedule. And it was really depressing. I'm not gonna lie, to realize that I'm so far behind starting the year. But then, guys, for the first time in a long time, I wrote new words today. And it just felt so amazing. It's just like, wow. For one thing, I'm not saying they were amazing words, but they, it just woke me up and reminded me that I love this. And so I'm looking forward to getting more words written, getting episodes published. I'm super enthusiastic about Kindle Vella still. And I was working with my editor on planning my publication schedule for the year so she could kind of rough it in. And she's like, wow, you're planning to do a lot more this year. And I was like, I am. And it's probably going to work because so many of these things are already in progress. Since I have 3 stories going on Kindle Vella, like I'm already, and one of them is 4 episodes from being done. Like I've got things in the pipeline. And so it feels more, promising and hopeful than I've felt for like a month. So for me, it's just writing more Kindle Vella episodes for now, and then trying to figure out the rest of my personal life so I can attack my business goals, like going wide and starting advertising and that sort of thing. We'll see how the rest of this week goes. I'm still getting hoarse, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to try not to talk too much. Okay, let's move on to the things that we just have to have, that we love, that help us write. So do we want to go like down our whole list, or do we just kind of want to jump around? Ready?
I don't know. Let's do down the whole list. I just brought some things. I brought show and tell things.
Do it. Go for it.
All right. So I love planners. I probably buy 3 or 4 planners every year, which is dumb, but I shouldn't do that. But I love writing things out and planning out my month. And so I will buy planners. And then I bought these really cool washi tape things that are like super tiny. These are like itty bitty washi tapes on Amazon. And so I can put them in my planner and plan out like which books I'm going to write when and stuff like that. I don't know if you can see all of that, but so I'm finishing up this reader magnet at the beginning of this month, and then the other books I'm writing, and I'm going to try and do, one on the beginning of the week and one different one on the end of the week till I finish the other thing I'm doing. Yeah, I have got too much going on. Another thing I did that was really super fun is I made some stickers on my Cricut machine, and they've got these little happy faces when I hit 500 words.
Oh,
and then I have more like 1,000 words at the bottom, and then the little dead guy at 10,000 words. I'll never use that one, but I thought it was funny anyway.
That's hilarious. I've never hit 10,000 in one day. I've only gotten to 9. Dang it.
I think 5,000 or 6,000 is my top in one day. So I've got that going on, and then I have my pretty pens. I bought these at like Hobby Lobby or something, and they're kind of fun. And so I actually have lots of pens that I use. And then I have my Remarkable that I like to plan my word counts on. my remarkable. And then if I hit the word count, I can draw a smiley face or whatever. And if I don't, then I just erase it and rewrite. I'm like, I didn't make the goal of 2,000 words today, but I'm just going to change my goal to 1,000 words. And I made that.
I love my super note for the same reason. I'll just pretend that never happened. It can just disappear completely.
Exactly.
Is that all you got for us?
Things. That's all I got.
Okay, Lori and Marie, either of you want to grab it or you want me to go?
Well, I mean, I have a planner. So
yes, you do.
And I wrote my goals in it, and I started writing down January stuff, and then I got super overwhelmed and super anxious. And then I watched a TikTok video of a guy who's like, "You are overcomplicating things," and I was like, "I am in all aspects of my life." So thank you for that. But I think one of the things that I did in my planner that I haven't done before is write affirmations, because I think my biggest hang up is myself right now. And so I need to start like affirming things to myself and saying things, even if you feel like you're stupid saying that, you know, like you are a 6-figure, you know, a month author, you know, like, okay, no, I'm not, but okay, you know, so trying to do that. Since, you know, I'm super big on TikTok right now, getting these stylus pens are super helpful. So I bought a whole box off of Amazon. It helps you like with the little, you know, slider. I want my text to go all the way to here, and having it clean is really important with TikTok. The other thing that I do, like Victorine does, is I buy these little stickers and I count them as 1,000 words. And I either put them here in my planner or I put them on a calendar on my wall. So I do that. One of my goals this year, though, is to be more minimalistic, because I feel like I get really anxious. I go shopping, I buy, I come home and it sits, and then I get anxious because I bought something that is now sitting. So like I went through my closet and I literally got rid of 2 giant bagfuls of clothes. And this is after I moved last year. So I did this again, but I was like, I am minimalizing down to like nothing. Like, and someone was saying, like, once you do that, your anxiety for like, what am I going to wear? What am I not going to wear? Because you wear clothes, you have a set you wear consistently, and then you have ones that you don't, but because you stare at the ones you don't, then you feel guilty that you're not wearing them. And it's just this huge cycle. And so I'm trying to be minimalistic. So I went through my drawers in my office too, and I got rid of tons of stuff that I just bought. And I like some of the stuff I didn't even open. So I'm trying hard not to, if I buy something, I have to have a purpose to buy it, because I mean, I have a million notebooks that don't do anything. And then I would say I have my wireless keyboard, and I have a monitor that helps me typing, keeping my body straight and stuff like that. And then of course pens and markers and washi tape and all that.
What are your favorite pens?
I like these midliners.
I love them.
And I got these ones are fun. So I use these Crayola signature markers. And like, see, if you remember me at the beginning of December, look at how many I've done. It's getting
that's amazing.
But I color them in with that. And I like these Sharpie pens.
Yeah, I like those too.
And then these are my like favorite type of pens to write with. I don't like the gel pens. I have a weird thing with my handwriting. Like, I hate my handwriting, but if I use a gel pen, my handwriting gets worse. So I need something that gives me a little friction when I write, or I'm just like, I'm just going to tear this out and not write anything, which is counterproductive. So
it's kind of like getting in a car and the steering wheel is a lot looser than you're used to. You're just like, woo! That's what gel pens are like.
These paper mates.
Yes, the flare pens. Yes.
So, and I'm also like using Post-it notes. I tried to do like, what is it that's called? What's her bucket? The HB 96 or whatever.
Sarah Cannon.
Yeah, I have a hard time sticking to like schedules though. Like, I'm all over the place. So I have the Respawn.
Here, let me show what you're talking about here real quick.
Oh, my chair. I like it, but I have bad sciatic pain. And if I sit too long in this chair, it's not so good. But it has like you can like recline in it, because it goes like, oh, watch how far back I can go. Like way more back.
Wow.
This is like a video game chair, so it even has like a leg rest that you can like pull out and stuff, which I like, but I also just need to exercise and lose some weight, and that will probably help my sciatic. So, but
I'm
yeah,
going to my massage lady.
I know. I
You
need to go to a
You
massage.
need to go see Jennifer.
I do. And that's my other writing helper thing is going to be seeing a massage therapist.
Yes.
Anyways,
Which
those are mine.
It was kind of on my list to mention that, but then I was like, I haven't even gone to see her for a while because like I've been not doing great.
Oh, and then
myself.
blue light blocking glasses.
Oh, good point.
I use because I stare at a screen too much to help. I will say this is my favorite journal or planner, and this is why, because I think I showed this last time. It's separated out, like the days look like this. So there's no like dates or like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It has a calendar, but I like this because I don't feel pigeonholed into doing something that day, because if it doesn't work out, then I can push it. So I'm trying to like separate it out into like more like tasks for the month, or maybe plan a couple days. I get overwhelmed again when I see you get that one planner page and you feel like you have to fill out all that stuff, and then I'm just writing stuff down that's not the way I work. So,
and I also feel stupid when like I didn't do anything or write anything on Tuesday. Yeah.
So I like this better because it just separates it more, and it doesn't feel like I'm pigeonholed into dates. And then I can also take notes and write things down on here and stuff like that. So I found this one at Walmart, and I was like, this is what I need. I don't need one that like I'm supposed to fill out. Like the ones that go from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Have you seen those? I hate those. Like, who plans their day out like that?
So I like those on specific days where like I have a lot of like timed things and I have to squeeze other things in between them, and my brain is just like, I can't figure out when I can do stuff, like when I can write today because I have all these appointments. But I don't like to do them every day. I just like there's one called the Scattered Squirrel. It's a website that you can go on and she's got free printables for all this stuff. And so sometimes I'll just go on and just print one of those like timed to-do list things just for that day. But generally, I don't like those either. So how about you, Laura? What have you got to show us? I'm super excited.
I didn't bring anything to show you because it's all like technical stuff. I mean, I did start bullet journaling, which I feel very proud of, because for years people are always like, use your bullet journal. And I'm like, I don't like guns. And then I found out it was nothing to do with guns. So I was like, oh, okay.
That's awesome.
But now I've just been like totally ADHD about it. Like it's become my thing this week. So I've done nothing else, just been looking at doing that. But then, I say, I got then I do like a page, right? I'm thinking, okay, I need to bullet journal. And then I get halfway through and then, something needs me, and then something else. And then I come back to it and I'm like, no, I need to do this anyway. But now it's done. I have lots of pretty pages of things that I can now check off.
Do you have them?
No, it's downstairs. But it looks pretty much like yours, Victorine. And like just like the little boxes where you can color them in when you've done 1,000 words and things like that. And I actually did do like a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. like schedule. And then I just laughed to myself because I knew I wasn't going to follow it at all.
Yeah.
But I have some cool tools that I don't think I've heard people talk about much. But this is more like how I can do like 10,000 words in a day when I just get into hyper focus mode. So one thing I do is either go on YouTube and look up instrumental Disney music. So it's like somebody playing the piano and it's like 10 hours of Disney music. And that's what I listen to when I'm writing fantasy. And then when I'm writing rom-com, totally weird and random, but it works, I listen to 10 hours of plane sounds, like you're in the cabin of a plane. For some reason that like white noise just really helps like get into like, I don't know if you guys have had this, but when I write and I'm in the flow, you hear everything, you smell everything, you feel everything, like you're in it. And I feel like when you're just listening to plain sounds, it blocks out your daily sounds. And so those sounds in the book are much louder. So then I can write a lot faster. So
when I write Regency, which I haven't done for a while, I can't listen to contemporary playlists. So I actually have something like that where it's like an old library. And occasionally you'll hear like a page turn or a book like go or something like that. But it's that same kind of thing. And
so it's like the ambience of a library.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, like it's like an old library with a fire crackling and that kind of thing. So yeah.
It works. It totally works.
Cool that you mentioned like different things for the different kinds of stories. Yeah.
Yep. And then another thing I do is I have an embarrassing story to tell. So I found out about this free app called Cold Turkey Writer. Have you heard about it?
No.
It's an app you can put on your computer, and you basically put in it how many words you want to write, okay? And then it just shows you, like, it shuts down your computer, but shows you like just this page, and you just start typing, and it locks your entire computer out until you've got your word count. But because I'm dyslexic, I put what I thought was 1,000 words, and it ended up being 10,000 words. So I was like writing away, and I'm like, I feel like I've written a lot. And I couldn't get my laptop back until I'd written 10,000 words.
Oh no! Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
It was a nightmare, but I still use it. I'm just more careful now.
Like when I'm sending money online, I'm always careful about how many, like not putting an extra zero accidentally and sending somebody like $300 instead of $30. But now that's like a whole new level.
Yeah.
That extra.
I would just be like, okay, fine, you locked me out. Let's go on my phone. Like,
and she doesn't get her computer back for like 2 weeks.
I just start typing gibberish till I get to my word count.
Like the word two over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Oh
And then the final thing is not really a tool, but more like a tip. I guess it's kind of a tool. I use Google Docs to write all my stuff, because then like beta readers, my critique partner, and my editor can like jump in whenever they want to. And then what I found is, so if I want to do a day where I want to just get the words in, because I don't have a lot of time, so I normally have to just be like, right, I've just got to do this between 2 and 7 or whatever. I do this weird thing where like I'll write, and then if I get to a point in the story where I'm like, oh, I wonder what the capital of Venice is. Wait, Venice isn't even, you know what I mean? Random thoughts. I put it in the comments in the Google Doc, be like, just come back to this later. Or if I'm finding the scene is slowing down, but I know where it's going to go in the next chapter, I'll even just write blah, blah, hooky end next, and then just keep going, because, and even to the point where I forget eye colors or names or whatever, I just put in it like blah or whatever this is. And then just keep going until I end up with a manuscript that would be hilarious if anyone read it. I hope I never publish like the first draft by accident.
Okay, I usually do brackets around things, like I'll put name or eye color or something in the brackets, and I have accidentally published a book with brackets in it before. So like I sent it to my line and copy editor, and she put a comment like, be sure to fill this in, because she didn't know what I wanted to put in there. And somehow I just passed right by it, and I published it with this bracket. And it was like, Mrs. So-and-so in brackets. I was like, so unprofessional. I was like, oh, Michelle. So now I always, it's part of my publishing routine, I always do a Control F for like brackets before I publish now.
So I did that too. I had put something funny here in the first chapter.
Yeah.
But I didn't publish it that way. But what I did was at the end of the previous book, I was like, here's a sneak peek at the first chapter. And I wasn't done with it. So I hadn't done my check to make sure I didn't have any of that in there. So I didn't notice it. No one told me. I didn't notice it until I went to publish the book. And I it had everything all edited. And so I was putting the new chapter in at the end of the other book, and I noticed it in there. And I'm like, I published that with that in there, and nobody said anything.
You put the orders on it.
Yeah.
If anyone said anything, you should be like, I was just tempting you. Like, you have to buy the next book to figure out what
you're just keeping things close to your chest. You didn't want to give everything away in your sneak preview, did you? Is that what you got, Laura? Anything else you want to share?
Yeah, that's it. I do not have special chairs. I write where I'm comfy, which is really bad for my back, because I know you're supposed to sit upright on a desk, and I'm sure I will get there. But at the moment, I write on an exercise bike when I want to show
way
off.
Healthier than sitting in a chair.
That sounds awesome.
No, it's not. I write very slow on the bike.
Are you actually just sitting on the bike, or are you like pedaling and riding?
Yeah. Can you imagine just sitting with my tea? No, I try and pedal.
I'm not from England, so I don't know the customs there. But
yeah, we watch TV while we sit on our exercise bike.
I think the exercise bikes are like a worldwide laundry hanger, right? Like, does everybody like put their clothes to dry on their exercise bike? I've seen jokes about it in international films quite often, so I think it's pretty common. All right, I'm going to jump in with my list. I want to show you my lap desk, but my computer is currently sitting on it, so I'm not really sure how to do that, but I'm going to describe it to you. And if anybody wants, I can probably share a link to this particular one on Amazon, because I love it so much, and I've tried other ones. This is my favorite. So it's my lap desk that I can use when I'm like writing in my bed or on the couch, because here's my philosophy on like staying healthy with like writing. Yes, have a good chair, but also move around a lot. Like, I think we do more damage to ourselves by staying in the same position than by like having the wrong place. I think we just need to like move frequently. So don't write in your bed all day. Don't write on the couch all day. Don't write at the kitchen table all day. But move around, get up, walk around, sit in a new position, new place for a while. So this allows me to write on my bed, on my couch. It allows me to like use a wireless keyboard with my computer at a comfortable like eye height. If I'm at the kitchen table, I can put it on my kitchen counter and use it to like have a standing desk. And this particular one is wide. It's like wide enough that I can fit my laptop and my now completely necessary super note on the side. And it's got this great little drawer that pops out that you can keep like pens or earbuds or whatever in it, which like it's weird, but I love it so much. This is my favorite lap desk. And it also helps me. And here's like, I'm going to be real for a second, guys. Can I just be real? Because I'm a big girl and I got a belly. Like, I can't just like, if I go and like write at like Amy's house for the day or something, like I can't just like grab one of her throw pillows and put my computer on it, because it's just like, it doesn't put it at the right height and my computer's going to slant and things are going to be weird. So like, if I go to a writer's conference, a writing retreat, if I'm not flying, that's the only reason I don't like to fly, because I can't take this with me. I need a bigger suitcase. Or I go to Amy's house, I take my lap desk because it puts my computer at the right height for me, and I don't have to worry about being comfortable while I write all day. Next, since we're talking about planners, I have ADHD too, as you guys know, because I talk about it a lot. And I tried bullet journaling, and I spent so much time setting up pages and then never working on them that I finally gave that up. But I liked the creative outlet of it, but it just didn't work for me practically. As you guys know in the group, I've tried making my own planner, which I shared with the group, and that had moderate success, except that sometimes for some reason I would just like miss a whole month. I don't even know. So I've just, what I'm currently doing, my favorite planner is this, there we go. It's the See It Bigger planner that you can get. I'm terrible at this. See It Bigger. It's a 2-month monthly planner. I also have it in like the year planner that has like the days of the week, which we've discussed is not like necessarily my favorite, but I'm giving it a go. The reason I like the See It Bigger planner is you can get this particular one at Walmart and it's like $6, which means that if I get like mess it up and don't like it or something happens to it, something spills on it, I can get a new one, no big deal. They carry it all year long. I think I bought 4 of them last year. The blocks on the calendar are huge. Wait, did you need something, Amy?
Yes, I'm talking to myself currently. You
You
said
don't want me to show the
2-month
laptop.
monthly planner. What does that mean?
The what?
You said it's a 2-month monthly planner.
Oh, 2-year monthly planner.
Oh, I was like,
Oh.
I'm sorry.
2
I'm
months?
glad you got me to clarify that. Yeah. So this one's for 2022 and 2023.
Okay.
I will probably buy a new one in 2023. But this is my messy planning planner. This is like, I don't care what it looks like. I'm going to change things. And it helps me to look forward to what I'm going to be doing next year and just kind of start sketching things out. Because especially with Kindle Vella, projects stretch out for a long time. The longer the better, because the more profitable you'll be. So that's my go-to planner, because it just really helps me to not feel like stressed about my planner. This is like my yearly plan. See, it ended up looking like Monopoly cards, but like I could just be messy and colorful. And so my secret weapon for planner, I used to do the washi tape too, Victorine, and I love washi tape. And actually, Amy and I went a few times to buy washi tape together, and it was super fun. But what would happen is I would change my plan, and then I would try and take the washi tape off, and it would mess up my planner. Also, it kind of like makes your pages thicker over time. So I moved to friction erasable highlighters.
Nice.
And I do the same thing where I will like color a line, and then I can just go in. Oh, like all the colors you just saw on the page I showed you is all done with these erasable highlighters. So then I can like erase ink and erase color and move on with my day. And they have pens too. But I like the highlighters are new for me. And I bought this. You can only get like 4 colors in the States. Isn't that sad? So I ordered like from Amazon. I think it's like a Japanese company. So like you can see like it's got like words I can't read on it. But they have like 20 different colors. So that's my favorite pens. Besides like the Flair pens, but I don't use those for planning and writing stuff. Those are just like my personal fun. For planning, writing stuff, I use friction erasable pens. Now, be careful if you use them. I've raved about them before, and other people have been like, I got to try those. Just don't put it in the sun, because the heat will make the ink disappear.
Oh, no.
Now, I've heard you can put it in the freezer and it will come back. But I kind of have this funny story where my daughter, I gave her some black friction pens for schoolwork because she's required to use black ink, but she wants to be able to erase. So I got her some. And then she had this whole thing like in her notebook, and she accidentally left it in the dashboard of the van, and it was just gone. Like within like 5 minutes, it was just like gone. And so don't leave it in like the sun or hot areas. But like if the worst happens, put it in the freezer. Anyway, I can't even say how much I love those. My next one, guys, part of my process is a candle. This is my favorite brand, you guys. I feel like we're doing like the DW Home candles are my favorite candles ever. I discovered them accidentally at TJ Maxx, and they usually have a few on their shelves. But I love this particular one called Breathe because it's so relaxing. I don't know why, but I've heard a lot of famous authors had like these rituals they had to do before they could sit down and make words happen. And part of my ritual is striking a match and lighting a candle. Like I can't use a lighter or like, one of those long ones. It has to be a match. And I burn my fingers sometimes because like the of a match is part of my ritual. So I don't know. you may hate candles, like whatever. I think what I really want to stress for people looking for tips is it is good to have a ritual because it helps to prepare your mind for the act of writing. It's your brain saying, oh, I just did this, I just did this, I just did this. It's time to be creative and write words.
So you're telling me that if I spend the whole day hating myself because I'm not writing, that's actually part of my ritual?
It's part of your ritual, but it's an unhealthy ritual, so you need a new one.
It's like scrolling through Facebook for 10 hours is my ritual.
Yeah. It's like that show. It's that show I told you where the husband is writing this like historical book because he's a historical like professor, and like part of his ritual is he like sings a song and he does a stretch and then he drinks a shot of whiskey. And every time he keeps getting interrupted, so he has to restart. So by the time he sits down, he's like plastered drunk and he cannot write a single word.
Yes. So like I actually did a TikTok
clip because it's hilarious.
One of my early TikTok videos is like me continuously relighting a candle because I kept getting interrupted. And it's just kind of like, I don't really do that often, but sometimes I do it if I'm desperate. The next one is a word count motivator. And so like, it's kind of like the stickers you guys use. And I have recently moved mine to my Supernote because I used to, and you can still do this. You could Google like 100 square grid if you wanted to like have 100 squares or whatever and just print it off. You could, but like for me, since I'm doing Kindle Vella, I am doing a 25 square grid because if an episode's like around 2,000, 2,500, I can get it on there. And then I just mark off the words, like I just color them in as I get them. And yes, it's by 100 words, guys. You can like do it where you color in for every 500 words or every 1,000 words or whatever. But I do it currently by every 100 words because I need those mini celebrations and victories along the way. But the good thing is you can set it if you just print off a grid or like whatever you do in your planner. You can customize it. Like sometimes I'd even do it by my word count. So I'll start at like 12,500 for the day. And then I'll put my closing thing at like 15,000, you know, so you can customize it to whatever motivates you. But I think it's such a big deal to do something like that because you're giving yourself a reward. Now you can also like let yourself eat a piece of chocolate every time, whatever, find something that motivates you. Great. Now I've closed off the rest of my list. Okay. So, then, Amy got me doing this. I don't know if she's still doing it. She used to print off her covers of the book she was working on so she could put them up in front of her desk and be like inspired. And I don't have a color ink printer. I just have a black and white toner printer. So I learned, this is for one of my Kindle Vella books. That's why it doesn't look like a regular book cover, because this is what your cover looks like on Kindle Vella. I have discovered that it's cheaper and easier for me to just get a Walmart photo print of them.
Nice.
And so sometimes you can, like, these are easy to size because they're not exactly the same dimensions as like a book cover. But even if you print the dimensions of a book cover, you can just cut the white strip off the side. You know what I mean? But so I just, for like, 8 cents or something like that, can print my cover off and then put it on a magnet board in front of me on my desk so that I can just have it there and be inspired and like see like all the future ones, that sort of thing. So I really like doing that. I also have some Beats noise canceling headphones because I can't always write when I'm alone. And if my kids are home and my husband's home, I am very distractible. ADHD is not like attention deficit, like so many people like to say it is. It's more of like an abundance of attention. And we just don't have any control over where it goes. And so like we will pay attention to everything except what we need to focus on, or we will focus so hard on what we're doing that the whole entire world will disappear. And it's out of our control when that happens. That's the hard thing, is we don't get to decide when we're focused or hyper focused and when we're not. So you just learn some tips for helping you to like block the world out when you don't want to be distracted And for me, having noise canceling headphones makes a huge difference if I've got people around my house. And then my last one, and this may be like weird or crazy, but it's my ADHD meds, guys. Like, ever since I got diagnosed last August and I've been able to start medication, it's made a huge difference in how I'm able to get work done and be productive when I need to. So this is just for those of you who have started to think maybe I have ADHD. There, it's something that you should consider. A lot of people are worried about ADHD medications for various reasons, and so that's something you definitely need to talk over with your doctor once you're diagnosed. But just know there's a lot of different kinds of them. There are some that are non-stimulant kinds. Just don't give yourself give yourself the opportunity to try it, because it can make a big difference. I've heard the comparison made, like someone who's nearsighted or farsighted or something like that, they can make themselves function in the world without glasses, but then you put glasses on and everything becomes clearer. And that's kind of how ADHD medication can work, is that yes, you can function without it, but you're going to be struggling a lot harder than you would otherwise. So this is just my shout out for all of you who may be having those struggles, to just consider that, because it can be a game changer. That's all I have on my list. But what are you guys' favorite snacks and drinks when you need to sit down and write?
Diet
Pepsi for Emery.
I will say this too. So it's weird, but I went to RAM 2 years ago, and one of the things that I use for motivation is I buy these ridiculously expensive Disney high heel ornaments that are
so cool.
No, they're like, you can't get them anymore. You have to buy them off of eBay. Every time I finish a book, then I let myself buy one of these. With
Nice.
fun. So
I love that.
Mary Poppins. They have like Marie from the Erasable.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
The villains. So here's Ursula.
Oh my! I need that one.
So I've never been a collector person, but I'm such a Disney person, and so they have a whole. I have like a whole. I have like this whole like glass thingy that holds them all, so you can see them. So that's a motivation to me. But the last book I finished, I bought a massage chair, but that ended up staying at our Airbnb and come back with us. But I reward myself when I do publish a book. And this I saw, and there's such cute ones that I was like, okay, I want to do this. And I tell my husband, I'm like, it's an investment, because I'm not doing these anymore. And he's like, in your happiness, but not an investment in like actual terms of the word. Well, I think they're cool. Okay, so
yes, I'm gonna get back to buying myself a salami every time I finish a book this year, which goes back to the snacks. Well,
I was just messaging with Judy because her TikTok took off, so her book's really high in the store right now, and I informed her of that, and Kelsey was like, you need to have your publisher buy you another cake now. So I'm gonna make sure you reward yourself, if it's cake or salami or really ridiculously expensive Disney princess heels.
Yeah, find something to encourage you.
And so to answer your question,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I don't snack while I write. I snack in the evening while I watch K-dramas.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Michelle, you didn't say that as like one of your tools that you use is K-drama.
It is totally one of the tools I use. Well, I think last time I listed my subscriptions as one of my subscriptions that I use for my writing. But it's a double-edged sword, because it does motivate me. But I also find that if I get too deep into another story world, then I can't get into mine. So my rule for 2022 is I can't watch K-dramas during the day until I've gotten my word count. So.
Yeah, but I have done it where I've been like, you write 1,000 words, you get to watch an episode, and you write 1,000 words and you get to watch an episode. Which that's totally, I can write 1,000 words in 20 minutes, but then an episode lasts 45. So that's probably imbalanced, but.
And then there was a time you came and wrote like 10,000 words on my couch while I watched C-dramas.
I was like, I am not leaving this couch, because for some reason I
She
could
was in the
write
zone.
when the scenes got boring and I didn't know what was going on. And then Michelle would be like, and then it'd be like, oh, they're gonna get close and let's watch that. And then okay, I don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna write. And
Yeah, she came to write for the afternoon, and then she just kept writing.
I'm sleeping.
She was
over.
there. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and she's like, "Okay, Michelle, I think I'm just spending the night." And she like called her husband. I'm not coming home.
Wow.
Like, I'll just sleep here, get up tomorrow morning, do some writing, and then head home. But I got like 13,000 words written in like 18-hour period of time. So like you get in the zone somewhere and you've been blocked or you haven't wanted to, you don't move from that spot.
Yeah, that's true. And I kept thinking I should be writing too, but I don't think I ever did that much that day. So, did we have any questions? Like, Dina wanted me to show my lap desk, but like I said, I really don't know.
Did you get it from Amazon?
I did get it from Amazon. I don't know. Let's see how this works,
you could
guys.
Just link.
Ooh, here it is. You can see my message.
Oh, cool. That was not what I was expecting. Looks way cooler.
So I love it. And the legs on it have like 3 different levels, and the top tilts like 3
Did you
different
say it
levels.
had a drawer in it?
Yeah. Oh, should I show the drawer? Let me see.
Oh,
Awesome.
cool.
It's very easy to impress Laura. She's very impressed by everything we have.
This thing is my baby, guys. That's why it was #1 on my list. It's my favorite thing I've ever had, ever.
You should totally link to it in the comments, and then use your Amazon.
I don't have it. I'm in Arkansas.
Oh my goodness!
They don't let us have associate accounts in Arkansas.
Do they let you do associates in England, Laura?
They what?
Do you get to do Amazon associates there?
Yeah, they have US and UK. But I keep getting kicked off the UK one because I don't have many UK readers.
I don't. For whatever reason, my state does not work well with Amazon. They like whatever tax rules and regulations the states have to allow to make it happen. Arkansas is one of like 5 states that won't get along and play nice with Amazon, so I don't get
no way.
I just go get a PO box in Missouri. You're like an hour away.
Yeah, but all of my tax information is to my residence, and that's what.
I'm interested to see what they'll do with me because I still have it. So I'll just use my parents' address.
Have you ever gone in and changed your tax information? Because I think it's driven by whatever.
No, I just kept using my business's PO box.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know enough about it. Okay. Anybody else have a thing before we get off of here?
I think somebody asked about plotting, but we went over that a couple of videos back. Do you know which one it was?
Yeah, you got to do a little bit of homework and go track down like our 80-something videos.
Because it was our writing tools one, just a couple.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. So 2 episodes back, find part 1. So they have matching graphics, and it's the Writing Gals favorite writing tools part 1. And,
and we talk about
Victorine had especially a good one that she was showing for hers. Let's see here. All right. I think that is everything. I thank you guys for all of your comments and sharing what you like too. We'd love to hear more of that in the Facebook group because we can always learn from each other and find new things to try. Next week we'll be back, and I have no idea what we're doing because we're not that organized.
I think I'm in charge. So whatever.
Yeah, Victoria's in charge from January. Who knows?
It's a surprise.
We always say that. We're just so clever. We just like to keep you guys.
I'll come up with something awesome in the next week, and then I'll reveal it.
Well, it is National Sticker Day that day, so we'll have to celebrate.
There you go.
National Sticker Day. Wow. Will the podcast be every week? That is our goal. Moving forward, we definitely want to try and do it every week, but there will definitely be time bi-weekly. Yeah, Jesse, that's not going to happen. Like, she wants us to do a bi-weekly podcast. That would be amazing. Except it's amazing how much this
monthly planner. You're just
look, my tongue can't keep up with my brain, okay? Yeah, so like I'd love to be on here talking every day, really. But
another thing we could do, and you guys let us know in the writing group or here, like, do you want us to incorporate once a month where we just do a writing sprint with you guys, where we just get on here and write? Because we are writers and we're all behind. All of us
people
are
seem to
behind.
like the sprints.
That'd be awesome.
So let us know if that's something you guys want. You know, we can't guarantee it'll be as funny as when we are writing at midnight at our conference, but
That was just a blast. That was just so
so much fun.
Guys, when we open up our conference again this year, like, just know it's worth it just for the late night sprints.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
It really is.
Did we pick a date for our conference yet, Victorine? I know you kept trying to push us to pick a date.
We have not picked. We need to.
Maybe we'll do that before next week.
Yes.
So, Jesse, we could do a night sprint. We used to be staying up late with the writing gals. Maybe we could, instead of doing a daytime podcast, we could do a nighttime. People just like to see us get like weird and crazy. We're like, sleep deprived.
What was it? Clap, clap, clap.
Oh my goodness!
And Jesse got a T-shirt of that.
Yeah,
that was funny.
No, Victorine made them, and Emery bought them. I think I'm like the only one that didn't get a T-shirt of my own embarrassing moment. That's probably why.
Oh goodness!
All right, everybody.
Victorine, Jesse, we need a Writing Gals conference cruise.
Yes,
you're this way.
We have to figure out what this world is doing. Everybody I know that's traveling internationally at all, like the kinds of things they have to jump through, the hoops they have to jump through with quarantines everywhere. Just
it's a little crazy right now. So maybe in a couple of years we can.
We'll just start planning ahead.
A couple of years.
What's our face for?
I'm gonna go. You can follow me if you want. I'm not gonna ball.
We could do an unofficial one and just go on a cruise and just be like, come with us.
Do you not get seasick? I would get so seasick on a cruise.
I don't. My husband thought he would because he gets car sick, but it doesn't move that fast. Like, it almost doesn't move. So if the water can calm you, it's a big boat. So.
It is a big boat.
I've never been on a cruise, but I've been deep sea fishing. And didn't have a problem with that on a little boat in the middle of like the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, if you didn't have a problem on a little boat, you'd be fine on a cruise ship.
Yeah,
I've been on the Queen Mary. Of course, it was docked, but I was a little travel sick.
It's still in the water there.
Is that
but it's meant to be haunted, so maybe I was like sensing like spirit water. Is that a thing?
Go. I saw some local authors here posting on Instagram a video of them on a writer's retreat at the Crescent Hotel in Eureka Springs. Hi, ladies, if you're watching perchance, you know who I'm talking about. And I was like, what are you doing at the Crescent Hotel? Because it is like one of the world's most haunted hotels everywhere. And they were like showing off the beautiful like Victorian rooms because it's a very old hotel. And like how beautiful it was and all their cool space. And I just kept thinking, but you're going to be sleeping with ghosts. What are you thinking?
If you read TripAdvisor, there's so many stories of people who are like, I went to bed and I woke up and there was a Victorian person in my bed. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, this one has
paid people to scare you.
This hotel has so many like regular ghosts, like regular documented ghosts. Like on the staircase, and like the people who work there are always laughing because of how many people come and sleep out in the lobby where the lights are on and people are around because they give up on sleeping in the rooms. And it used to be a sanatorium. Like it was originally built. I mean, it's like 1800s. It was a sanatorium where they would send people who were like very ill or like had some kind of like mental illness that they didn't understand. And they would like do experiments on them trying to heal them. And the place had its own morgue because so many people died there. And now they've turned the morgue into a room that you can stay in. You can
Oh,
stay in
why?
what used to be the
Why
morgue.
would you do that?
And they do like ghost tours there all the time. And I'm
my
like,
goodness.
we go to Eureka Springs a lot, and I'm like, why would you ever volunteer? I don't know how we got talking about this. This has nothing to do with the writer tools. It's so much fun. I'm like, I could not.
We totally
Say
have
that.
to now. I can't either because I don't do paranormal stuff. But now I'm like,
But it's like
I'm a
30
little curious.
minutes up the road.
I'm like, no, where is it?
It's in Eureka Springs in Arkansas.
So it's
my
up the
goodness.
road
You've been close to here. Didn't you tell me you came and visited family in southern Missouri once, Laura?
Yeah, well, we've been to Arkansas somewhere on a
Yeah.
mountain with mountain cats, and we ate elk for breakfast that they shot like 9 months ago. And when I was eating the elk burgers, the guy was like, "Here's a picture of me when I shot it," and I was like, "Ah, not what England is like at all." I love Arkansas. We went around this little town, and it was like proper country, like little swing doors to pubs, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, this town is so cool." And then the woman was like, "And where are you from?" Like, "You weirdo, this is normal."
I think from our conversations, you were actually kind of close to this place.
Oh, cool.
So, if you ever come back to these parts, we'll have to just go have a retreat.
I'll come and
at
stalk both of you.
the Crescent Hotel, and I will stay in the lobby.
and then we'll come to you because
Yeah.
that sounds.
And we could go to Stonehenge. It's kind of the same.
It's definitely the same. It's haunted too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We have Carhenge close to us.
Don't tell me it's cars sticking up like stones in the middle of a field. Oh my goodness.
Where are you,
It
Victorine?
is. I'm in Nebraska, in western Nebraska, out in the Panhandle, out in the middle of nowhere.
I've never been there, and I've been to most of the states, so I'm going to put that on my list.
That would be
There
so
you go.
funny if
Come
you've been to
visit
more
me.
states than I have.
Maybe.
Makes me rethink my life. I've been to a lot, just not the northeast as much. I haven't been above New York City ever. And some of like
They're
very
all
northern
small
states.
though. It's like teeny.
Yeah, they're small.
Yeah, it's just hard to take a road trip up to the very tippy top of the country.
Yeah.
And
You
for
know?
what? Just to be like, I went to the tippy toppy part of the country. Like,
If I know, just to cross it off my list. Like, I think I would have to go in the fall because it's gorgeous there, and I think I would have to get some fresh seafood and visit some lighthouses, and then I would probably be happy. But I don't know what I would do in Wyoming and Montana.
You drive through it.
And my brother lived there for a while, and
well, they have the Rocky Mountains, right? That's what they're called.
Isn't that like kind of at the southern end of it?
Yeah, and then it goes. They add lots of national parks there, like Yellowstone.
Sure. We could do a national park tour.
That would be awesome.
I've only been to Yosemite and Yosemite. I'm trying to think. Grand Canyon. I don't know at all.
Maybe we should
guys.
sign off.
No, we should just keep talking. No,
Why
we'll
should we
talk.
just talk about random things?
18 people are like really enthralled in where we've been in our lives.
We're gonna blame it on Laura. Like we're just having a chat because she's here.
I'm so sorry. I do that to people. Like, I'm like, hey, what do you think about ghosts? I know we talk about writing, but
and I'm just like, I will talk about anything, anytime. Let's do it. Okay, we hope that you are not totally bored, and that you are going to come back again. And if you do want to come back again, then subscribe to our channel on YouTube and click the bell button, and you will be notified when we're going to go live so you don't miss anything. But other than that, you can just expect us around 2:00 Central Time on Thursdays going forward, unless stuff happens, which it does. But thank you guys for being here today. It does happen sometimes. All right, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
All right, bye.